The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello. We'll be starting the webinar in a minute. Thank you for coming for the webinar, taking your valuable time. We will start in a minute. Hello, we are starting now. This is our sixth version of the webinar. We are successfully conducting our sixth webinar. Thank you for joining us, for taking your time out. And this week we will be speaking about the SEO tools that you can use, and you can through the SEO tool, how can you improve the traffic to your site, and so on. So here the agenda for today will be what exactly is SEO, what is Google indexing. The agenda for today will be what exactly is SEO, what is Google indexing, the basic principles of SEO like keyword research, on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and then search engine friendly site development, how to use the analytics to improve your SEO, and what is the use of Google Plus in SEO. So, and then they will be also giving some inputs for the uh, for the for the further references. How could you learn about the SEO further apart from this webinar, where you can keep updated yourself with respect to the SEO concept. And then we will have a question and answer section at the end of the webinar, which will be covered all the questions based on the SEO, or all the questions, or you have any questions about the platform as well. So this is Sendil Kumar taking on SEO concepts. So what is search engine optimization, SEO? So here, SEO is one of the powerful internet marketing techniques. So last week also we spoke about the email marketing techniques. So this is one of the marketing techniques where you don't have to spend much. Actually, you don't have to spend anything here. There are some certain best practices that you have to follow, because of which you'll be getting a increased traffic to your site. SEO is a technique which helps search engine find your site, rank them high for several queries. As you know, people do go to Google for everything, and almost everyone in the world knows Google. But does Google know you is the question. Does Google know you so that it will show your site in its search queries? Can it show your site for any queries that is made? And there are various ranking algorithms that can be followed for the SEO purposes. This helps you to gain a lot of traffic for your site from the search engine. We spoke about the Google Analytics the previous week, when we told you that the most part of the traffic to your site will be coming from the search engines. Almost 60 to 70% of your typical site will be coming from your search engine. So basically, search engine optimization is very essential in terms of getting your traffic to your site. As I said earlier, there will be a 60 to 70% of typical traffic coming from search engine. So it becomes necessary to optimize your search engine, to optimize your site so that the search engine will be able to find you. So this will also result in the increased traffic to your site. So what matters in the SEO will be the titles, links, words in the links, and then there will be a reputation for every site that will be calculated based on the Google algorithms. So search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo will have their own reputation calculator based on which they will have their own reputation for each one of the sites, and then based on that they will be ranking your site. So having a good reputation in one of the in all of the search engines will have a better traffic to your site. So what is Google indexing? This is basically Google indexing is the process of page being scanned and an index is created. So when you have the Google index, you will be known by the Google. So essentially, if you open a site, you should create a Google index so that Google knows your site and then shows your site in the search. So how do I create a Google index? That should be a question for many of you. So the Google results will be based on this index. This index will be created by scanning each one of the pages in your site, and this index will be used for the uh, for creating results in the Google search or any other search engine. So how to create an index for my store? So that can be done by typing site colon example.com. Like we have a site now. Sorry, we have a demo site uh, as sentinelstores.com.builderwizard.com. So go and type in Google that site sentinelstores.builderwizard.com. So if I enter, it says that I don't have a Google index. So essentially, if you have a Google index, then it will show your reputation in this. So here, if you don't have a Google index, then Google does not know your site. So knowing your, so by clicking on the google.com/webmasters, you can create a index for your site. So creating an index for your site is very important, that only then Google will be recognizing you. So the first step that you have to do with respect to the SEO purposes is to create a Google index for your site. And then uh, so you will get to know whether your site is indexed in the Google by going to the example.com, by making the test that I have shown to you. If it is not indexed, then you have to create a Google index by logging into your Google account. So if you have a Google account, any of the Google account, then you can create a Google index for free. Creating a Google index will let Google know that there is a site with the following address. So by doing this, you show Google that you make yourself visible to the Google or any other search engine. So next will be, so what are the basic principles of SEO? How do I optimize the search engine for my site? How do I get traffic? How do I get more traffic? How could I get the good reputation for my site? As I already said, each site has some reputation. So you have to improve your reputation, and then you have to be having a good reputation for getting a more traffic to your site. As your site ranked better than your competitors or than any other site, the more you will be getting the traffic to your site. So these are the following topics that I will be covering in this webinar to give you a perspective about how to increase the traffic to your site, how to increase the reputation of your site or rank of your site. There is a site ranking, there is also a author ranking coming up in the recent trend, and we will be discussing about all these topics in the next half an hour. So keyword search. So keyword research is like how do people go on? This is based on the queries that people type in Google. They are classified into three types. So one of the first one is informational queries, second one is navigational, and third one is transactional queries. So informational queries are the queries that were typed in Google for getting some information. The navigation queries is for searching a particular site. So the third one is the transactional queries, which is searching for buying a product or downloading some particular file or getting some software or getting something that involves a transaction or some involvement with the visitor. So transactional queries are more important for the e-commerce sites, and then we have to concentrate more on the transactional queries. That doesn't mean that we have to know the other two of informational queries and then navigational queries. We have to concentrate more on the transaction for this. So next we will be seeing about the developing a list of keywords. So how do you get yourself shown in the Google? Once you get your Google index, then you have to essentially use some keywords that everyone searches for. So a person searches for some Google keyword, then that should be in one of your either your titles or either your content or in the images. So only then the Google will show you in the search results. So you have to know about the various keywords so that you can make yourself visible for others, visible in the Google search. So how do I create a list of keywords? So essentially there will be several steps that will be needed for creating a list of keywords. So here the brainstorm is the essential thing. So if you have a product, like if you have a mobile shop, mobile selling e-store, then you should create what will be the possible searches by the users or the visitors to reach your site. For people might be searching buy mobile online or similar keywords. So you should list down all the keywords, and there are several online tools that will help you to create your keywords. So if you see, few of the tools, online tools that will help you to create the keywords will be Google AdWords, and then SEO Book, and then there are several other keyword creating tools like Word Tracker, Keyword Discovery. So out of these four, the first two are open source, and the next two are, there are two versions. One is the open source version and another one is the paid version. So you do have paid version, but the open source versions are really good enough to create. So here you by your own observation, you will be having some keywords in your mind. So type your keywords here, type the website here, and then create the category like mobiles, apparels, or whatever you which is relevant to you, and then you have to be selecting the categories. Like if you select apparels, you have to select various things like clothing, and then subsections. There are many subsections. So based on the subsections, you will be getting the list of keywords that are most important, that are searched more. So it will essentially list the top 4 5 keywords that are searched. If I search for like mobile and then a store like something like mobilestores.com, then it will show the list of keywords that were used for people landing to the mobile stores, and then people searching for buying online mobiles. So this will be listed here, and it will also show you the number of people who searched for the such certain keywords. So essentially you will come to know what is the keyword that exactly you want to have in your site. So based on the keywords, you can use those keywords in your site. So the next one will be general tips to develop the keywords. Once you have the keywords, you cannot. There are many algorithms that happens. So you can pitch for certain keywords if against your competitors. Like if you have buy mobile online or buy Samsung mobiles online, then there will be several other people who also want to be listed in Google at the first place. So everyone wants to be in the first place, but there are such certain pitching algorithms that happens before getting you in the list, in the top list. So you cannot own all the keywords at the same time, but still you can find out the important ones that are relevant to you, and then you can make yourself top in that for that particular keywords. And then there are certain tips that to develop keywords. Before going into this one, we'll have how to include those keywords in the Build a Bazaar store. So this is one of the model stores where the admin go to catalog, add new product, and then before adding the new product, you will be creating the, uh, say for example you are adding a Infibeam product itself. Say for example a book, you select a book, books, and then Trees of Fire by Abdul Kalam. And then you create the product in the information product. You use the different product details. Sorry. So you will have a column like SEO details. There you can keep your keywords that you found are most relevant or most important for your product. That column will help you to get the SEO visibility in the search engines. So we have taken care of all the important things that should be needed in the in page, like the title, the SEO title, and the content that should be there in the page. So we have taken care of all those things, and if you just put the SEO details in that particular column, then it will automatically get visible in the search engine. So general tips to develop keywords is: find out the search queries your customers use through Google Analytics. We have already spoke about how to use Google Analytics in the previous webinars. For your information, we upload our webinars in our Facebook page and in YouTube regularly. So you can go and watch those webinars once again and get how to use the Google Analytics. So once you use the Google Analytics, you will get to know what are the search queries that your customers use before landing to your website. So you can see the topmost percentage of people who use the most used keywords, and then find out which are the most important, and then accordingly and dynamically change the keywords in the respective products. And the next one is try to avoid the common industry jargons. Use the general words which common people use. Don't use the industry jargon about which people have no idea. So use the common words like buy online or buy kids toys online or shoes online. Similar such words for the SEO titles. So look for synonyms for common queries. So there is one more standard practice is that most of the people use the same keywords for the sites for the various pages. Like if you take various sites, there are various sites selling mobiles. They use almost the same title for almost all the sites use the same title for the particular product. So what happens is even Google cannot rank your site based on the keywords. It can only rank your site based on your reputation. So use something that is different. Use a similar word for the common queries. Say for example, if you sell Samsung mobiles, Samsung Galaxy S3. So almost all the sites will be having the title as Samsung Galaxy S3. So what Google will do is Google will search for the Samsung Galaxy 3, and almost all of the sites will be having the same keyword, and it will essentially go for the reputation of the site. Instead of that, if you have something words like smartphones in the title or in the SEO column, then that will be a differentiating factor which will have you rank better than the others. So people will not essentially go for Samsung Galaxy searching in Google. They might search for a smartphone online. So that will help you to get more traffic. And then that is what is we mean by try to differentiate from competition. Do not bid aggressively for high common priced common keywords. So do not waste all your money spending on the same product. Spending on the same product. Spending on the same common keyword. Try different things which will get you more traffic. So the next thing here is on-page SEO. So on-page SEO has several components in it, like you have content quality, usage of images, customer engagement, and then HTML, URLs, speed of the site. These three, like HTML, titles, headers, and then description. You have several things like titles, headers, and descriptions. in each one of the web pages, which will be coded in HTML. So these factors are taken care by Builder. So you don't have to really worry for these things. You just have to give the keyword in the SEO column, which will help you to satisfy all these conditions. And we have a very good speed of site in all our stores. So what you have to concentrate really is content quality and the usage of images, customer engagement. So we'll go through each one of them, and then I will try to explain you how to use them effectively to have a better on-page optimization of search engines. So content optimization techniques like uh, you should have one of the most important deciding factor is the content. So essentially the Google will go through a web page in the order like it will see the title and then the header and then the images and then the content, the text. So you should not have a irrelevant content with a different topics. Like if you have a topic like selling mobiles online, and then you have something else given links over there in all over the pages, and you discuss something else, something that is not relevant to you in the sites. So that is one of the poor way of having a content for your web page. So how to develop your content? So this applicables to various sites like newspaper site or your blog or a forum. So how does it matter for your product? Product we just keep the image and description, right? So what you can do to develop the content of your product page is do not use the product description same as the manufactured product description, because there are hundreds of sites similar to yours selling various products. So what happens if you use the same description as others, then the content will be the same. So what will happen for the Google search engine will, it will essentially consider the content as redundant. So it will not look at the content at all. So it will only look at the title and then the images and the header. So having the same manufacturing product description will give you no better optimization in terms of the search engine. So add a unique content. So what happens is when a person opens a e-store, he might have hundreds and thousands of products to add to his cart. So he cannot essentially type the unique content for each one of them. So essentially everyone goes for a same content which is given by the manufactured product description. So do not use them, do try something different, try to differentiate in some way so that it is not as exactly as the manufactured product description. There are various other techniques which will be which can be help you to develop the content and then optimize the search engine. There are similar things like rate the product. You should actually engage your customers based on the site. So if you have a product page, you can have rate the product and review the product. As you can see in our site Infibeam, we have rate the product, review the product option for almost all the products. So a person who buys a product can essentially give his reviews to the product, and then he can actually rate the product. So the more the customers engage, the better the rank for your site. So if a lot of people are commenting on your site and a lot of people rate your products better, then you will get a better reputation from the search engines. Yeah, search engine, any search engine like Google or Bing. Uh, and then you can actually have a better customer engagement through conducting surveys. You can have these two features in the Builder store itself. Rate your product and review the product is there with us in Builder, but conduct survey you can use a third party login like WebEngage, which can be integrated with Builder, and then you can actually engage with your customers through this. So that ends with the content optimization techniques. So we'll go to the image optimization techniques. So usually what happens with the images and what should we do to develop a better image optimization technique. So here if you see, this is one of the sites, one of the e-commerce sites which is selling various products. So he has given, yes, he sells frame, eyeglass frame. So he has given even the size of the frame for the image. If you see here, he has even mentioned the frame size for selling the product. So essentially what happens is the Google search engine will look for the image names. So if it has more text and more irrelevant details, then it will essentially rate your site as low. So you should give an exact detail about the product. Irrelevant data or extra data which are not relevant for the images should be avoided. So he has already given the title with all the frame sizes, but he is again giving the image name with irrelevant data. So this should be avoided. So avoid common keywords in the image, and don't save the images like some random names like this. So don't pick up some camera and then use the same image name that you get out of the camera. So use certain particular names which will be used for the search engines to recognize you. So we will see another example. So this is one of the e-commerce sites. These two have been taken from two different e-commerce sites. So this is the site 1. They have given the Samsung Galaxy 3. The image name is Samsung Galaxy 3 itself. The title is also Samsung Galaxy 3. And this is site number 2. Here also they have given the same name for the product as well as for the image. So they actually provide more than what they provide in the site 1. So they also give some more things, and the offer is also more. But they didn't explain those things in the images. The image name is same. So what happens is if a person searches for Samsung Galaxy S3, then these two have the same results. So the Google will show the site which has more reputation first, and then the other site at the lower rank. So if you want to be ranked higher than the other competitors, even though you don't have a great reputation so far, then you should use the image name sumething different. So if a person searches for smartphones, these two results will not appear in Google search at all. So smartphones or mobile phones will not appear for these pages will not appear for the results. So searches based, so essentially the searches based on the images are getting very popular recent days. So hundreds of e-commerce sites selling the same set of products with the same image names and same title. So essentially all of them will be getting no optimization from the search engine. So they will be ranked based on the reputation alone, the previous history and the previous reputation alone. So if you use something different, then you will be ranked better than the others. So we will have a example for that as well. Uh, so here this is one of the other sites, e-commerce sites, where they have mentioned smartphones, Samsung Galaxy 3 with 16 GB. So essentially Google will show their site, that's this particular page, for all the queries like smartphones, Samsung mobiles, Samsung Galaxy S3, GB, not essentially 16 GB. GB will also do for the search engine and memory card. So all this, for all this and many other search queries, this results will show. But the previous ones which I have shown earlier will not be shown. For the search like smartphone, these results will not appear in Google. They will appear, but they will appear in the after all those results which has the name as smartphones. So before adding your images to your site, do remember that you should have a better name for the images before uploading them. So what is the off-page SEO? So these are, so far we have seen how a page matters in a SEO. How a page, how the content, how the title, how the header, how the images makes decision in the SEO, in optimizing the search engine. So now we will go for the off-page SEO. What are the things apart from the web page that matters in the search engine? So these are the things that matters in a search engine. So does not the page ranking and the reputation does not depend only on the page content or how good it looks or what is the title it possesses. So it also depends on the social reputation, social shares, trust, and personal factors such as country, locality, and so on. So if you search for a product buy online, it will show only for only the sites from, if you search buy online mobiles from Mumbai, so it will only show the sites of Indian sites or which has presence over Mumbai. So it will not show some e-commerce site which is selling mobiles from Japan or something from Russia. So essentially it will show the country based or locality based results. So we will go deep into the social reputation and social shares and trust. So social reputation is basically is the number of people who visited the site, who shared through Facebook, uh, and then there is something like author ranks. So page ranks have been there for years, for a long time. And author ranks is something new which is coming up in the recent days, and a lot of things matter because of the Facebook and Google Plus accounts that you own, the author owns, and the links that you give in Facebook and Google Plus links that you give in the product pages. So if you give Google Plus links and the Facebook links in your pages, and people do share the products in the sites, then you get a better reputation, and the number of people that those who are sharing, as if a person is sharing your product in Facebook or Google Plus and he has some thousands of friends, then based on the number of friends that they have, your reputation will grow. And there are things like creating a blogs with a Google account. If you create a blog with a Google account, and that account has a Google Plus subscription, then based on the number of friends that you have in Google Plus, your reputation will increase. So your reputation will grow based on the number of friends in Google Plus, and if you have more number of friends, and then your author rank will go up based on the rank, based on the number of friends. So if you mention your site in the blog or in the forum which was created based on the Google Plus account, then the traffic to that particular blog, particular site will also get increased. Say for example, I open a site, I open a blog or forum with a Google account, and then if my site name Infibeam.com is mentioned at many places, and people do go to the Infibeam from through the blog, then I will get a better reputation, and my rank will grow according to the number of friends that I have, and my social reputation and the site reputation will increase. So the leverage in the Google Plus account is something that is getting very popular. So Google Plus buttons, and having a Google Plus button in the site, and if your customers share the products in the Google Plus, then you'll get a better reputation than what you have before. So you can have the SEO keywords based on that. So you can increase the site rank based on your Google Plus account, and you can increase the author rank as well based on the number of friends you have, number of connections you have in Google Plus, and so many other things. So let's go to the search engine friendly site development. So each one of the sites have a their own friendliness. So you have to follow certain algorithms to have a friendly relationship with the search engines. So how to do that? Let's see. So we will see only for Google as of now. So we will go into other. We are not getting into the other search engines as of now. So if you see overall the search engine market share or the view share, then Google will have somewhere around 60% of the search engine share. Bing has somewhere around 20%, and then Yahoo has somewhere around 15%. Ask Search has somewhere around 2%, and the others will have somewhere around 1 or 2%. So Google has a major part of search engine. So having a good knowledge about the friendliness of Google will help you get a better traffic to your site. So in 2012, Google have come up with a new algorithm as two new algorithms basically. One is Panda algorithm and another one is Penguin algorithm. So these algorithms are used to find out the friendliness of the site. So basically what happens with these two algorithms is, so Panda algorithm and Penguin algorithm decides the reputation of the sites. So as the number of sites are getting bigger and bigger, the number of sites selling products are increasing day by day. Uh, you have to get some algorithm to have a better reputation calculation. So these two have the reputation calculator. So based on the reputation, a site can be blocked from the search engine permanently, but this normally does not happen unless otherwise you do something illegal or something that does not have in sync with the Google terms and conditions. So there are various kind of violations that the search engine monitors. So for example, keyword stuffing, like you have a huge number of keywords in the same page, and for all the keywords you will be getting traffic. So keyword stuffing is one of the bigger violations. And hidden text is in a page you will have the original content, and you will add some more content with white fonts so that they will not be visible in the site, but they will be visible to the search engine. So if Google finds the hidden text in one of your pages, then your reputation will be marked very low. So hidden texts are something that used to get traffic. So they should be avoided for a better reputation. And shallow content is one of the other various violations. So now we'll go to the analytics. How analytics helps you to increase the your search engine optimization. So Google Analytics, there are various other tools apart from Google Analytics. It can be used to analyze the traffic to your site, but Google Analytics is one of the versatile tools online, and using the Google Analytics you will be able to find the traffic sources, and based on the traffic sources you will be able to find out the keywords used by the visitors to your site. So essentially if you know the keywords that were used to get to your site, then you can attract more visitors by using those keywords in your site. This will also avoid the keyword stuffing, and tools, there are various tools which can be used for getting the right keywords. You can get a fair idea about your site's reputation through bounce rates as well. There are various ways that you can find the reputation for your sites. One among them is the bounce rates in Google Analytics. You can also find it through the Google AdWords. There are various other tools which will be helpful in finding the reputation of your site. So where else can I learn more about SEO? There are various blogs and then tutorials for learning more about the search engine optimization. We have given the links. You can go to the links shown here and then learn more about them. As the time is very concerned, we cannot take we cannot cover all the points in a single shot, and we cannot explain everything in half an hour. So you can go and refer these tutorials, and these slides will be shared with you, and the video will also be shared with you. Then with the video and slides, you can go to the particular sites, particular links to learn more about SEO. So that ends the webinar from our part. So we'll be looking for questions. So you can post your questions in the questions bar or in the chat. We will be responding to the questions. So some of the questions might be relevant to the individual people. So we will be trying to address the questions individually also, or even through the webinars as well. So we have got some questions. So there have been some requests for sharing the PPT from some of them, which will be shared with you. As I already said, the video and slides will be shared with you, and you can pose the questions now. Any idea to do better advertisement with Facebook?
Okay, so the first question is any idea to do better advertisements with Facebook? So Facebook has recently opened a sales office in India, and their executives are uh, really looking for leads with whom they can work. So the commercials we know from Facebook is uh, they are looking for something like a 25,000 rupees offer where they will train you on how to advertise on Facebook, and there will be a 28-day session where a Facebook executive will help you out. So that information we have regarding the Facebook advertisements. And we are also looking to develop some capabilities at our end where we can provide you more information on Facebook advertisement. So probably in the coming webinar sessions, we'll try to cover this as well. Is hiring another question? Sorry, is hiring an agency good for PPC? I think you meant the question was, shall we hire a third-party service for doing the running the Google AdWords and all? So if you are not comfortable, or if you don't have much idea about Google AdWords, the recommendation will be to obviously hire an agency because they know what they are doing. They have a good idea about like what keywords are people betting on, what keywords are relevant, what will give you traffic, and some of the agencies will promise commit at least some bit of traffic on your store. So if you want to work with Google's executive, they also provide this facility. So we also have an in-house SEO SEM team, and if you want to avail those services, just write us a mail on cs@builderbazaar.com, and we'll be happy to assist you. So we can take more questions now. Okay, so there is a question on, I got a new CSV format using which I'm told I can do SEO and meta tags. So yes, we have included SEO title and meta tags option in our CSV, where for every product you can include more SEO information for that particular product, and it will be included on that product page. I think we covered this in our last to last webinar, and we'll share the slides with you, and you can also go and check our Facebook page where we have shared the PPTs of last webinar. So you can add multiple titles, you can add more meta description and change the author. So all those kind of SEO activities can be done through CSV and can be done in bulk for all your products. Okay, if you are attending the webinar first time, then we'll probably mail the details to you, not an issue. And we'll appreciate if you can like our Facebook page and get all the updates from there as well. So we'll definitely mail the details to you. Okay, so one of our friends have mentioned that there are some issues with regards to Facebook advertisement. So I would recommend that you contact the Facebook sales team and learn about what's the reason behind such a failure in the delivery. But I think they will. We feel that they will be able to help you because they are doing this very proactively, and they have a 28 days session where they'll tell you everything about Facebook advertisements. So as we said earlier, the previous webinars are shared on our Facebook page. We have uploaded the videos on YouTube, and those links are shared on our Facebook page. You can also search on YouTube. The title will be Commerce in Context, and it will list all the previous webinars. So any more questions? Okay, so one of the questions I reported that we see ads on Google, but when we go to the site, the product is not available. So it happens because people are bidding for that particular keyword, and that product might be available on the site some time back, and now it is not available. But the keyword bidding is still going on, and they are running the Google AdWords. So that's how that ad is shown, but the product might be missing on the final site. So these are the kind of things you should avoid. See, for big players, it might not be a big thing like wasting those credits, but for a small merchant or medium merchant, you need to check, like if you are advertising, if you are putting up keywords for a particular product, and that product is out of stock, there is no use of wasting all that money for an out of stock product. You might not be able to ship it, and you'll be wasting money on Google AdWords. So that those kind of things needs to be checked on the regular basis. So title to search on YouTube is Commerce in Context. It is also available on our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/buildabazaar. Yes, all the videos of this session and the previous sessions are available on YouTube. Okay, will adding a video to the site improve site ranking? So title of the video, then description, if you have put any description in the video, if someone searches with that, so with Google, it displays images, it displays videos, it displays web pages on the same page. So that's advantages. And so having video is not going to harm you, but it should be relevant to the kind of traffic you want to come to your site. If it is not relevant, then it won't add much to the current SEO of your site. So we can take a few more questions. See, there is a question regarding taking services from SEO companies and their analysis of your site. So the analysis they do, the question you should be asking is, what is the basis of their analysis? What is the data they are basing their analysis on, and what are the changes they are recommending? So we believe that most of the changes will be possible on your site. And if you face any difficulties, then you can write to us at cs@buildabazaar.com, or you can contact your sales rep with regards to what kind of changes your agency wants you to do on your site. Question is BuilderBazaar providing any SEO services? Yes, we have an in-house team. We'll work with you on SEO and SEM. And if you are looking for that kind of services, you can write to us again at cs@buildabazaar.com, or you can call your business rep or write to them directly, and they will share all the details with you. So recently we had another question is, recently I added widgets like feedback, find social buttons, and it slowed down the site. So see, if you consider internet connections in India, they are still not very fast. So one should avoid putting very huge size images on the home page, because that will delay the loading process. And if you are adding some widgets which have JavaScript in it, we'll recommend that you get it checked with our tech team first, and then put it on your site, because some of the widgets might slow down the site, or some of the JavaScripts might slow down the site, or might break a few things on the site, which will eventually slow down your site. So if you are putting a JavaScript, please be very careful, and we'll be happy to check any kind of JavaScript you are putting on the site. So if you are looking for a feedback kind of widget, you can add a feedback option from, there is a third-party service called WebEngage, and they provide JavaScript which can be easily put in the footer section, and through that you can use the feedback feature. Same, we have all the social buttons available on our platform, so you can use any social widget to be added on your site. I think we can take a couple of more questions. How can we add HTML files to the website? See, if you're looking to add HTML pages, I think that is pretty straightforward. You go to content pages, create new pages, and you can put content there. If you are looking, if you want to put some verification files on the backend, then that has to be routed through our tech team, and you can send the request to your business rep or delivery executive. They will assist you with that. Okay, so we'll be closing this session in around another couple of minutes. So if you have any questions or any suggestions, please write to us. If you want us to cover any specific question, any specific section you want to learn about, then we will be happy to cover that as well. And yes, our battery isn't low, but it will go for another 15 minutes, so not an issue. Okay, we have put it on charge as well. So we'll be closing this session now, and if you have any suggestions again, and if you want us to cover any specific topic, it could be store related as well. If you have any queries related to store, how to manage or how to make a few changes or anything related to admin panel, we'll be happy to assist you. We have developed a couple of new features which we'll be covering in coming webinars, and we'll keep you posted on that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Have a very good evening.